Today, we will be talking about a review of the BC Municipal Waste Management, particularly Part 3 of the BC Environmental Management Act.
So we will begin with the aims and objectives, move on to the background, then the executive summary of the Act, waste management plans, sewage control areas, sewage and regional districts, pertinent acts and responsible institutions, challenges and concerns, and remarks and recommendations.
So some of the aims and objectives are: the Environmental Management Act governs the management of waste in British Columbia. The Act provides the authority for introducing wastes into the environment while protecting our health and the environment.
Some other objectives are to provide guidelines for municipalities on how to manage waste and sewage, provide guidelines for municipalities on how to prepare a waste management plan, outline rules and regulations for the public to follow regarding waste disposal and management, present ramifications for improper disposal of waste and excess air pollution, and clarify conflicts between the Environmental Management Act and other acts.
So moving on to background, Waste Management Plan is a plan that contains provisions or requirements for the management of recyclable material or other waste, or a class of waste within all or part of one or more municipalities. Liquid waste management is continuously evolving, thus updating waste management plan is necessary to reflect these changes.
Sewage treatment is defined as an important factor in protecting the environment. Some cities dump raw sewage into the waters, while others treat their sewage in a treatment plant prior to dumping. Sewage system is defined as the system of pipes, pumps, and other equipment used for the collection, transport, and disposal of wastewater.
Now talking about the evolution of the EMA, in 1996, the previous Environmental Management Act is first introduced. In 2003, the new Environmental Management Act is first assented on October 23rd. And in 2004, a single piece of legislation replacing the 1996 predecessor and Waste Management Act was on July 8th.
So some of the amendments, the former Waste Management Act plus the former EMA makes up the new EMA, which was implemented in 2003. The new EMA required that permits are only needed for moderate to high risk activities, while for low risk activities, codes of practice govern and encompass industry sectors.
Bill 57, Environmental Management Act, was passed in 2003 to eliminate 80% or more of existing waste permits. Positive changes that came with this were the implementation of waste management plans and monetary penalties for noncompliance. Negative changes include, without permits, overall environmental awareness is limited.
For the executive summary of the Act, we will talk about the Act outline. So, in the Act, there are rules and regulations regarding authorities, permits, recyclable material, waste management plans, public consultation processes, sewage control, sewage in regional districts, solid waste disposal managements and fees, and control of air contaminants in Greater Vancouver.
So some definitions. Manage or management is the collection, transportation, handling, processing, storage, treatment, utilization, and disposal of any substance. A sewage facility is a means of works operated by a municipality to gather, treat, transport, store, utilize, or discharge sewage.
So just a bit more on the waste management plans. A municipality may submit a waste management plan for approval by the minister. The waste management plan must benefit the whole area of the regional district, comply with regulations, and respect biomedical waste. The minister may direct the municipality to create or revise a plan and specify a date, or specify a date by which the municipality may provide proof of the progress they are making to comply with the regulations.
An extension may be given if the municipality is making efforts to complete the waste management plan in accordance with the regulations. The minister may accept all or part of the plan at any time, or amend or cancel the plan. If a provision of a permit or approval conflicts with the waste management plan, the provision has no effect after the waste management plan has been approved.
So the public consultation process. A municipality must provide a process for review and consultation with the public. The minister may not approve a waste management plan unless the minister is satisfied with the public consultation aspect of the development of the waste management plan.
Sewage control areas. The Lieutenant Governor and Council may designate all or a specified part of the municipality as a sewage control area. The municipality must appoint one or more personas as sewage control managers and appoint one or more persons as municipal sewage control officers.
Onto the role of a sewage control manager. A sewage control manager may prohibit or regulate the discharge of any type of waste other than domestic sewage into a sewage facility, specify the conditions under which the waste may be discharged into a sewage facility, specify that the person who discharges or a governing body that permits the waste to be discharged to monitor the discharged waste at times specified, amend or revoke an order made by him or her, and order the preparation of records respecting the waste discharged, handled, stored, treated, or transported.
A person affected by an order of a sewage control manager may appeal the order. The Lieutenant Governor and Council may reduce or extend the boundaries of a sewage control area and may disestablish a sewage control area.
Sewerage in regional districts. The Board of the Greater Vancouver Sewerage and Drainage District make bylaws respecting the direct or indirect discharge of wastes into any sewer or drain connected to a sewerage facility operated by the district. A contravention of a bylaw is an offense punishable by a max fine of $10,000.
The bylaws may require the keeping of records and the provision of info respecting waste produced on property other than residential property. Impose conditions respecting the discharge into sewers of waste produced on property other than residential property, and provide that its prohibitions, restrictions, and requirements apply only to specific persons or classes of persons.
Some pertinent acts and responsible institutions. For federal, there's the Government of Canada, Environment Canada, Oceans and Fisheries Canada. For provincial, there's the Government of British Columbia, and for municipal, there's the City of Greater Vancouver, including the City of Vancouver and the District of Burnaby.
Some pertinent acts and responsible institutions. Pertinent acts include the Greater Vancouver Sewerage and Drainage District Act, Greater Vancouver Sewerage and Drainage District Bylaws, Local Government Act, Community Charter, Vancouver Charter, Liquid Waste Management Plan, Municipal Wastewater Regulation, Fisheries Act, Sewerage System Regulation, and Subdivision Regulation.
The Greater Vancouver Sewerage and Drainage District Act is also known as an act to incorporate the Greater Vancouver Sewerage and Drainage District. It is mentioned in the EMA and is concerned with the sewerage facilities, administration, management, powers of corporations, and finance. The Greater Vancouver Sewerage Bylaws, for example, is bylaw number 299, and its purpose is to protect sewerage facility damage, promote cost efficiency, protect human health and safety, protect the environment, and assist the district in complying with other laws.
So all mentioned in the EMA, the Local Government Act provides local government legal framework and provides them with the tools needed to fulfill their purposes and respond to the community. The Community Charter is similar to the Local Government Act, but for communities. The Vancouver Charter is an act containing operational rules of the city, bylaw rules, and budgets.
The Liquid Waste Management Plan provides government-prepared guidelines for preparing liquid waste management plans, and it allows municipalities to build plans to meet regulations and get approval by the Minister of Environment. Municipal Wastewater Regulation is previously the Municipal Sewage Regulation, and the Fisheries Act is the Wastewater Systems Effluent Regulations.
Some legislation governing on-site sewage systems include the Sewage System Regulation, which gives general definitions, rules on sewage systems and holding tanks, and enforcement on rules. The Subdivision Regulation relates to land usage for the sewage systems.
Some challenges and concerns. The definition of high risk is not defined. It's unclear and too generalized. Permit is not required for low risk. Thus, overall environmental awareness is limited. conflict with existing bylaws and permits exist, have to decide which act or law is dominant, and the EMA Part 3, Section 37 has rules which override other bylaws and permits.
Some remarks and recommendations. Define amount of risk in activities using quantitative amounts. Continue to make amendments and changes based on dynamic environment and economy of British Columbia, and to continue to incorporate measures to reduce impact to the environment from waste management.
Thank you.
you.